Hello everyone! Interesting news for you today. The first is the secret of Kate Middleton and Prince William's marriage. Secondly, Kate Middleton forbade talking about Meghan Markle and Harry in the palace. Even the king is forced to obey. News number 3, Kate's habits that annoyed Elizabeth II. 4, Kate asked for Harry. Prince William agrees to meet with disgraced brother. The boa and the rabbit. The hidden truth behind the marriage of Kate Middleton and Prince William. Behind the polished facade of a perfect royal couple lies a far more complex story. A psychological perspective suggests that their relationship is built on a delicate balance of power and emotional dependence. Prince William is gentle, sensitive, and vulnerable, shaped by the strong women who surrounded him from childhood, from Queen Elizabeth II to Princess Diana. He grew up seeking approval and fearing to appear weak. Deep inside, he struggles between the image of a true man and a quiet insecurity that has followed him all his life. Kate, on the other hand, is the opposite. She is rational, composed, and strategic. If in her youth she seemed modest and reserved, today she carries the energy of a leader who wants control. In their marriage, she often acts more like a director than a partner, setting the pace, making decisions, and holding the reins, even if she isn't fully aware of it. The paradox is that their union exists because of this imbalance. Kate has taken on the role of Elizabeth, ruling through silence, order, and discipline. And William, repeating his childhood pattern, once again becomes the one who lives for approval. So we see a marriage where harmony on the surface reflects a deeply personal script. One leads, the other seeks recognition. And perhaps this script is exactly what allows them to survive the pressure of monarchy and time. Do you think a strong marriage can exist when one partner is always dominant, or is true balance the only way? Kate Middleton has banned any talk about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry inside the palace, and even the king has to comply. After the recent meeting between Prince Harry and King Charles III, rumors of a possible reconciliation flared up again. The monarch even reprimanded his older son for refusing to greet Harry. This struck a nerve with Kate Middleton, who has already suffered enough from the constant drama stirred up by the Sussexes. According to a palace insider who spoke with the Daily Mirror, Catherine has firmly decided to distance herself from anything related to Meghan and Harry. She needs to focus on her health, not on endless rumors spread by Meghan. Kate and William have essentially banned all topics connected to Meghan and Harry. They set strict boundaries to protect themselves from stress and the negativity the Sussexes create, which clearly affects Kate's well-being, the insider revealed. Every new move from Meghan, the source said, has a strong impact on the Princess of Wales. William is tired of watching his wife become upset and irritated every time another scandal erupts. That is why he insisted on limiting any connection with his brother's family. William could no longer stand seeing how anxious Kate became each time Harry and Meghan attacked the royal family. He suggested putting everything related to them on hold. Distancing from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex is essential for everyone, the source emphasized. King Charles was forced to accept the couple's decision. Besides, Harry's possible return to London has now taken a back seat due to the scandals surrounding Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. The king is focused on minimizing the damage caused by his younger brother, who is not only accused of involvement with minors, but also of bribery, fraud, and leaking state secrets. Food in bed and wedge heels, the habits of Kate that annoyed Queen Elizabeth II. It is widely believed that Queen Elizabeth II was very fond of Kate Middleton. She supported her, protected her from the press and critics, and treated her warmly as a family member. And in many ways, that was true. The Queen adored her grandchildren, and she often spent time alone with Kate and the children, sharing sincere family conversations. Still, there were moments when Catherine's behavior caused the Queen irritation. Elizabeth came from a completely different era, with very different expectations and standards. And for the Duchess of Cambridge, it was not always easy to live up to those rules. A complete transformation. After joining the royal family, Catherine changed herself entirely. Before her marriage to William, she was an open and cheerful young woman who loved parties, bright outfits, and bold makeup. But once she became the wife of a future king, she switched to a conservative and classic style. She accepted all the royal rules regarding clothing, jewelry, and makeup. Today, Kate is nothing like the carefree girl she once was. A strong relationship. Elizabeth was truly pleased with her granddaughter-in-law. Unlike Diana, Camilla, or Meghan, Kate was considered a success for the royal family. Over the years, she became a respected wife and mother, admired by the British people. Many in the UK genuinely look forward to the day she becomes their queen. Another reason for good relations was that Kate never tried to overshadow William or the Queen. That restraint earned her trust and respect inside the family. The first misstep. Elizabeth could be kind, but she was also demanding. She watched protocol closely, and any violation bothered her. Being young, Kate sometimes broke those rules. Some of her habits genuinely irritated the conservative monarch. Kate's first slip happened on her wedding day. According to tradition, the bridal carriage should be elegant and modest, but the Queen found the one chosen for the ceremony too big and vulgar. It annoyed her. And then, during the walk down the aisle, Kate forgot to curtsy to the Queen, a traditional sign of respect. Elizabeth waited, but Kate, overwhelmed by the moment, simply forgot. Unroyal wedge heels. Kate's love of wedge heel shoes became one of the Queen's biggest irritations. Elizabeth had once set a strict rule: women of the royal family should appear in public only in classic pumps. But Kate often wore wedges at official events. Some believe it was because they were simply more comfortable, especially when she had to spend hours on her feet. Others say she might have orthopedic issues. Either way, Elizabeth disliked that type of shoe and considered it inelegant. Flying skirts. In the early years of her marriage, Kate often wore light and short skirts, far too short by royal standards. The Queen might have tolerated it if not for one embarrassing incident. During a public event with the military, a sudden wind lifted Kate's skirt, and the photos quickly spread online. Elizabeth was furious. After that, Kate's wardrobe was changed. Her dresses became longer, and small weights were sewn into the hems. Still, a few skirt mishaps happened again later, and they certainly didn't please the Queen. Messy hair. Kate is known for her thick and beautiful hair, and she often wore it loose, even in bad weather. Wind would blow it across her face, and photographers caught many playful but messy shots. The Queen disliked this. According to insiders, she even asked Kate to cut her hair, which led to the longer bob and fringe Kate wore for a time. Today, Kate still wears her hair down often, but never at the most formal events. For important receptions, she always chooses a neat, low, aristocratic bun. Crafty Katie. Inside palace circles, Kate has a nickname: Crafty Katie.
She performs her duties well, but she prefers to spend time with her children rather than attend endless ceremonies. Princess Anne, for example, appears at official events 2 or 3 times more often than Kate. The nickname reflects her habit of avoiding minor engagements whenever possible. Kate's relatives. Kate's family is close-knit, unlike Meghan Markle's. They always supported her, even during her breakup with William years ago. But the Queen wasn't always pleased with them. Pippa Middleton was frequently involved in scandals, and Kate once used her royal status to help Pippa get a job, something Elizabeth disapproved of. There were also unpleasant moments involving Kate's mother and her brother James, whose interview about royal life deeply upset the Queen. Pole dancing and other hobbies. Among Kate's old hobbies was pole dancing, a sport she once returned to and even practiced at the palace. The Queen found such an activity unacceptable for the wife of a future king. The kitchen and eating in bed. According to insiders, Elizabeth was irritated by the Cambridge family's habit of spending time in the kitchen. For the Queen, the kitchen was strictly a staff area, not a place for royals to gather. Even worse, she once learned that Kate sometimes ate in bed, something Elizabeth found shocking and entirely inappropriate. Despite all these irritations, Elizabeth respected and valued Catherine. And Kate, in turn, adapted, learned, and changed. Their relationship, though not perfect, was built on mutual loyalty, and that mattered most.
Kate asked for Harry. Prince William agreed to meet his estranged brother. English princes, sons of King Charles III, Harry and William, were famously close in childhood and youth. Their bond grew even stronger after the tragic death of Princess Diana. Their warm relationship continued even after William married Kate Middleton. The inseparable trio. Prince Harry often accompanied the Cambridges everywhere, earning the nickname the Inseparable Trio. But everything changed when Harry married Meghan Markle. Trying to draw attention to herself and protect her own family, the new Duchess overstepped. Meghan's relationship with the royal family never started smoothly. Conflicts between Meghan and Kate began even before the Sussex wedding and only worsened over time. The British press fueled the fire. Known for their conservatism, English media heavily criticized Meghan, likely due to her being an American commoner, actress, and biracial. Newspapers constantly compared her to Kate, usually unfavorably. Kate endured, Meghan did not. Interestingly, British journalists treated Kate similarly in her early days. The press harassed her for being a commoner. Once, Kate even pleaded with paparazzi, "Please leave me alone." A photographer cheekily called her Her Highness in response. Kate, however, handled the media storm gracefully. Over time, journalists eased off. Today, her public appearances are still scrutinized, but the intense harassment from before is gone. Meghan, more sensitive and reactive than her older sister-in-law, could not tolerate the same attacks. Ultimately, she convinced Harry to step back from royal duties and move to America with her. In America, the Sussexes gave a controversial interview, airing grievances about the royal family. Harry later wrote his memoir, Spare, revealing many family secrets. Harry's complaints. He accused the royal family of mistreating his mother, Princess Diana, criticized his father, Charles, for being cold and distant, and even expressed hurt toward William. In his book, Harry recalled being close to William but mentioned resentment over William not wanting to communicate with him at Eton. He also described a quarrel over Meghan where William allegedly pushed him into a dog bowl. Harry portrayed himself as the spare prince, always feeling secondary to William in line for the throne. William's anger. These revelations angered the royal family, especially William, the future king. With Charles III gravely ill, William had already taken on some royal duties. The behavior of Harry, once expected to be a close support, was unacceptable. William grew so upset that he cut off communication with his brother. The secret wish of the British. The situation saddened not just the royal family, but ordinary Britons who hope for peace and unity. Despite media criticism, many secretly wish William and Harry would reconcile. Recently, Radar Online reported that William and Harry plan a private meeting. Until recently, this seemed impossible. The families had barely communicated, even online, and appeared to have forgotten each other's existence. Meghan still sought public attention whenever Kate appeared, while the Cambridges maintained royal decorum, ignoring the Sussexes. According to Radar Online, the meeting may happen soon, initiated by Harry. Why Harry wants to return? Speculation had long suggested Harry was growing weary of life in America. Close friends reported he regretted the family feud. He missed Britain, his royal duties, and social engagements. Financial troubles also emerged as Meghan's projects did not succeed as planned. The only income in America came from selling royal secrets, which are now exhausted. Maintaining their lavish lifestyle became increasingly difficult. Meeting with his father. In September, Harry met King Charles III for the first time in 2 years, speaking privately for an hour.
Details remain unknown, but Harry likely asked to resume partial royal duties. The king refused, as he believes royal duties can only be fulfilled in full. Partial participation would also upset the public and taxpayers. At Kate and Charles' request, the conversation likely included reconciling with William.
Radar Online suggests both Kate and King Charles encouraged William to meet Harry. Kate, once close to Harry, treated him like a brother. Whether Kate or Harry initiated the reunion remains unclear, but Radar Online reports she, like the king, urged William to meet his brother. William could hardly refuse, especially with health concerns affecting both Charles and Kate. A private meeting. The upcoming conversation will be private. William sets strict conditions. Harry must attend alone, without Meghan, who William blames for the rift. He also insisted no details reach the public. After previously breaching protocol by speaking to journalists post-Charles meeting, Harry may now face stricter boundaries. What comes next? If reconciliation occurs, Harry would need to return to Britain to resume royal duties. Meghan and their children would likely come with him, though public reception may be cold. Sources suggest Meghan supports Harry's decision despite her reluctance to return. Fans note Meghan's recent appearance with a striking ring, possibly signaling a desire to reconnect with the royal family. Will they reconcile? The press predicts a meeting soon, but official statements are absent. Previous attempts at reconciliation by the media did not succeed. Even if they meet, it does not guarantee harmony. Past encounters at events like Charles III's coronation or family funerals ended without communication.